Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, I have explained about the Vice President and Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. In this series, in today's lecture, we will do the permanent executive is bureaucracy. Let's begin the chapter. Who implements the decision of ministers? The executive organ of the government includes the Prime Minister, the ministers, and a large organization called the bureaucracy or the administrative machinery. In other words, we can say bureaucracy is a system of government in which most of the important decisions are taken by state officials rather than the elected representative. As you know, elected representatives comes in the power for a limited time, but these civil servants are the permanent part of our Indian executive. So, the real responsibility for the implementation of the government's rules and regulation is based on these civil servants. It is described as civil service trained and skilled officers who work as permanent employees of the government are assigned the task of assisting the ministers in formulating policies and implementing these policies. In a democracy, the elected representatives and the ministers are in charge of government and the administration is under their control and supervision. India has established professional administrative machinery at the same time. This machinery is made politically accountable. The bureaucracy is also expected to the politically neutral. This means that the bureaucracy will not take part any political position or policy matters. In a democracy, it is always possible that a party is defeated in election and the new government wants to opt for new policies in the place of policies of the previous government. In such a situation, it is the responsibility of the administrative machinery to faithfully and efficiently participate in drafting the policy and in its implementation. As you are looking on the screen, UPSC is a commission who appoints civil servants, and in Indian bureaucracy, we can divide these civil services into three parts. On the first rank, All India Services, second, Central Services, third, State Services. The Union Public Service Commission has been entrusted with the task of conducting the process of recruitment of the civil servants for the Government of India. Similar public service commission are provided for the states services. Members of the public service commissions are appointed for a fixed term. Their removal or suspension is subject to a thorough inquiry made by a judges of the Supreme Court. Now we will study about the function of the civil servants. But before I will tell you something about the background of these services. Makers of our constitution were aware of the importance of non-partisan and professional bureaucracy. They also wanted the members of the civil services or bureaucracy to be impartially selected on the basis of merit. While efficiency and merit are the norms for recruitment, the Constitution also ensures that all sections of the society, including the weaker sections, have an opportunity to be part of the public bureaucracy. For this purpose, the Constitution has provided for reservation of jobs for the Dalits and Adivasis. Subsequently, reservations have also been provided for women and other backward classes. These provisions ensure that the bureaucracy would be more representative and social inequalities will not come in the way of recruitment to the civil services. Now, the role and function of civil servant. First, giving of advice and influencing the policy. Policy making is the function of the government of the Council of Ministers, but it fails to the lot of bureaucrats, secretaries, and other officials to analyze the problem and collect necessary data. On the basis of such information, the civil servants render their advice to the ministers. That's why the bureaucracy is very much important. Second is administration. When a policy has been decided, the minister issues instructions to the secretary in charge of the department to implement the policy. The secretary conveys the instructions to the subordinate staff. Next, developmental role. Instrument for achieving welfare of the people. Responsibility of the bureaucrats is growing with the fast developing changes in the role of state. Our policies are inspired by the ideals of social and economic welfare, which includes self reliance in food, commodities, industrial development, increase in employment opportunities, eradication of poverty, and bringing about social and economic justice. The government had to frame many policies and undertook various activities for achieving these objectives. The bureaucracy is an instrument through which welfare policies of the government must reach the people. On the other hand, too much political interference turns the bureaucracy into an instrument in the hands of politicians. Though the Constitution has created independent machinery for recruitment, many people think that there is no provision for protecting the civil servants from political interference in the performance of their duties. It is also felt that enough provisions are not there to ensure the accountability of the bureaucracy. So, the citizen there is an expectation that measures like the right to information may take the bureaucracy little more responsible and accountable. I hope the importance is clear to you about the bureaucracy. If you face any problem, you can ask. Thank you and have a nice day.